Hello guys, welcome back in Weekend's Crypto Technical Analysis. Today we're going to look at the BTC price action. It will be quite fascinating and interesting episode. However, before we start, as usual, I've got a small request from you guys. If you're learning and enjoying from the content, do not forget to like the video, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe and activate the bell so you do not miss the accurate market update. Starting from a weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, we do not have much change. Same scenario as a previous video. However, we've got over a day to close the current weekly candle. As long as we're going to be closing above 44,500, ideally 45,000, weekly will be in a quite safe hands. However, bulls are controlling the weekly time frame. Moving on to a daily time frame. Around this region, we were under the bulls control. However, as I mentioned in the previous videos, that even though we are under the bulls control, we are getting weak, and as a result we saw perfect rejection from $52,000 from 0.66 golden zone. After we hit the first target zone was 50,000, then the last target was the 0.618 and 0.66 golden zones was around 52,500. And as you remember, week to week, dollar to dollar, we got rejection from 0.66. That was the target level we've been following as soon as we held the level of 30 and 31,000 on the lower time frame. For the swing trade, as soon as we broke 33,500 and 34,500 levels. So we hit to our target level perfectly. Also, I provided a time factor on this one we're going to cover in a minute, and we saw a massive decline in the market. Daily time frame is slightly weak. It's still under the bulls control. As long as we're going to break 46,500, ideally $47,000, then daily time frame will move fully under the bulls control. Moving on to 4-hour time frame. This analysis was based on a time factor. As you know, I made an update on the 3rd of September that to keep an eye on 7th and the 9th of September. We were expecting some volatility, and as we can see, that volatility came exactly on the 7th of September from 0.66 dollar to dollar, week to week rejection, and we saw a massive decline in the market. So we had a support levels below us, and we reached right inside the support number 4 at around $40,000. However, the recent one was made on the 18th of September. As you know, again, based on a time factor, I was saying keep an eye on 21st and 23rd of September, the next volatility day. And on Monday's episode that I covered, highly likely we will see a rejection from these levels, because the mid time frame as well as the lower time frame was heavily under the bears control. So you got warning 48 to 74 hours before this dump took place. And as you remember, there was a news came about the Evergrande where they have a trouble of paying their debts over $300 billion. However, if you know how to read the charts, fundamental analysis comes always after the technical analysis. As long as you're reading the data correctly, technical analysis shows the early signs. Either you're going to go towards the downside, or you will break the resistance and claim it as a support, you go to the upside. And as you can see perfectly, on the 20th of September, we had the first volume of this decline. 21st, we had a harsh decline on the market, and we saw another dump in the market. So there is no need to blame Evergrande or China FUD. In the last video, which I covered, highly likely that we're going to see a rejection. That was another one. 15 hours before, warned about this dump. Also, via Twitter, there was a mini pump, and this seems to me another fake out, hunting the stop losses. And as you can see, we had a China FUD yesterday, and we saw another dump in the market, and then the price action came right inside the support number 4, as you can see. For the market and instant updates, you can follow me via Twitter, the Magnate. 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, in the last episode that I was mentioning, this is a deviation, fake out, whatever you call it, and highly likely 4-hour as well as the lower time frames was under the bears control, and this was a stop hunt, and highly likely, as I said, the price action will come inside this support 4. At the moment, this is a bit tricky. After we got rejection right from the support, we saw over 9% dump in the market. However, as I mentioned in the previous videos, $52,000, $51,000, as soon as we broke the 0.618, the Fibonacci level, early sell signal came on the 4-hour time frame. Once we lost 0.5, the Fibonacci level, 4 hour went heavily under the bear's control. And this was another fake out which I mentioned and covered in the previous videos. Similar scenario took place right in here. And again, from the early sell signal, if you sold it your BTC, if you shorted it, the target level was around support number 4. One could have been up by 20% spot profit. And if you're doing a leverage, 10 times 200, 5 times 100% profit. However, if you're a conservative trader and if you know how to control your stop losses, this was high quality trade. Once we broke the support number 2 all the way up to this support number 4, one could have been up by 13% spot profit. And again, 10 times 130%, 5 times 65% profit. And still, after we got this decline, 4 hour time frame still under the bear's control, and we didn't have a buy signal yet. These are the old support and resistance. Before we move on to multiple time frame analysis, if you want to learn all this technical analysis, what I'm showing, and if you want to become an independent professional trader, or you're interested in the institutional trading system, you can message me via Telegram at Magnate8. And one-on-one intense masterclass is available, where I'm going to teach you how to become a profitable trader in the market. It only takes you 5 to 10 hours to master this all. And during the course, you will learn day trading, i.e. scalping, swing, as well as the long-term as an investor trading systems. These are the new support and resistance lines. The previous one we followed in the last 2 weeks. However, at the moment, as you can see, we've got 3 resistance above us and 2 support levels below us. The current condition of 4 hour time frame is heavily under the bear's control. In the next 24, ideally 48 hours, if we're going to claim lower line of this resistance, which is $44,000, we might go into the consolidation. However, without claiming the resistance number 3, 4 hour will be heavily under the bear's control. 2 hour time frame. The current condition of 2 hour time frame, same as the 4 hour time frame. As soon as we lost the resistance number 3, the lower line of this resistance, 2 hour time frame went heavily under the bear's control. And if one shorted this signal all the way up to the support number 1, which I mentioned in the previous videos, around 40,000 and 40,500 is a crucial area, and that provided us 12% spot profit. To be bullish on the 2 hour time frame, we have to break and stay above the resistance number 2. As I mentioned in the previous videos, breaking and claiming the resistance number 2 might not be an issue. However, the real challenge will take place at around this resistance number 3. But if we're going to see the rejection from the resistance number 2, highly likely we will come and test again support number 1. And this time we might not hold this support number 1, and we might come all the way up to the support number 2. However, this is a bit tricky. As I mentioned in the last video, it's slightly hard to analyze this price action. We might come again and test the support number 1, and then consolidation may take place and we may start going towards the upside. If there are going to be any change, I will update in the next episode, or instant updates will be always via Twitter. 1 hour time frame. On the 1 hour time frame, as long as in the next 24 hours, if we're going to claim this resistance number 1, highly likely the price action will go all the way up to this resistance number 2. In the coming days, resistance number 2 as well as the resistance number 3 are very crucial for the bulls to break these levels. If we're going to see a rejection, highly likely, as I said, the price action will come again to this support number 1. Using this recent low of 40,500 will take us highly likely to the upper line of this support number 2. As I said, it's slightly early for us to talk about it. I will closely watch the Monday and Tuesday price actions. At this stage, the bears are controlling the market. So the levels are clear. Play level to level. We came to an end of this episode, and if you guys enjoyed it, do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.